Happy holiday, you guys. I hope that you got everything you wanted and time with your family was well spent. And hopefully this isn't a hard or traumatic time for you as it can be for some people. Today is Christmas Eve, and that's the day that me and my fiance do presents, because Christmas Day we have to go to my family's house. So I got a Kindle for Christmas. I'm so excited. This is all I wanted. I didn't even hint at it. I wasn't even subtle. It wasn't even like, yeah, you know, here's a list from Amazon of things. I was like, get a Kindle. On Prime Day, I was like, it's Prime Day. Kindles are, you know, a little cheaper. Get a Kindle. And if you're gonna get a Kindle, get a clear case. And if you're gonna get a clear case, get stickers. And this is exactly what I want for Christmas. So he did well. He got me my Kindle. He got me some stickers. I'm waiting for my clear case to come in. And this is exactly what I needed. So we're gonna unbox this, and I'm gonna talk about the favorite Kindle Unlimited book that I've read this year. I haven't read a lot on Kindle Unlimited because I just got it like 2 months ago, and I've only had my phone, and I hate reading on my phone because it drains the battery. Also, when you get that report where it's like, this is how much time you spent on your phone this week, I feel shamed. And so I don't want it to be like, you were on your phone for 7 hours. I don't need that shame in my life. Even though I know I'm reading and I'm not just on apps, I don't need it to tell me that I had this little brick thing open for that long. So I haven't read a lot, but I have read enough that I have gotten a 5-star read, and I'm gonna talk about that book. But first, let's get it open. Oh my God, it's so pretty. Look at it. It's so small. It's not that big. I don't know how big I thought it was gonna be, but it's so cute. And it comes with a little charger and a manual. Okay. Oh, I can use my iPhone charger. That's great. All right, let's get it open. He did also get me another case, but I don't know if I like it. He got me this case, which is like a grayish black kind of holder. I'm gonna use it for now until my clear case comes in and my pop socket to like hold it up. But I also have this one for when I'm, you know, feeling a little different. So I'm powering it on. Oh, that's wild. Oh, okay. That's cute. This is so weird. This is not like what I expected it to be. It looks like a piece of paper. Like, it's so odd. It doesn't look like, you know, when you have like a tablet or iPad, it has like a certain look to it. This doesn't look like that. It doesn't look like a screen. Why is it only United Kingdom and United States for options when you choose English? Like, Australia exists, Canada exists. There's a lot of English speaking countries that do not belong to those two. So I hope it doesn't like give me a weird time. But I chose US. It's loading. Refreshing your home content. Give it all to me. Oh, it's black and white. I don't know if I like that. I like my phone that's, you know, got the little bit of color to it. But I guess this is okay. Yeah, so I wasn't expecting it to be black and white. I mean, that makes sense. I don't know why I said I wasn't expecting it to be black and white. That's literally what everybody shows you when they unbox their Kindle. But I think I like my phone better because it's colored. Like, I might have to like go on my phone to decide like what books I'm going to read, and then I will read them on my Kindle, because I don't feel as drawn to a book when the cover has no color to it. But I'm so excited. Well, this is queuing up some books that I'm currently reading on my phone. Let's talk about my favorite book that I've read this year on Kindle. So like I said, I just got Kindle Unlimited about 2 months ago. And so I started looking at books that seemed interesting to me from that. And I've been trying this year to step outside of my comfort zone. So I've been reading different tropes and genres and things that I don't typically read or have read in the past. So that led me to read a Mafia romance. I had no idea what I was getting into. I knew that there was gonna be like fighting and guns and danger, and so like a little added bit of suspense on top of like the falling in love part. So I was a little bit excited about that because I've been reading so many contemporary romances that I'm kind of craving something more. So I was really looking forward to seeing a little bit different. Now I wanted to read a Mafia romance that had Black characters in it, which I feel like kind of isn't something you normally see, because a lot of mafias are like the Russian Mafia, the Italian Mafia. Apparently Turkish people have a mafia. So I wasn't expecting to be able to find one with Black characters, but I did, and that was The Prince of the Brotherhood, which is written by K. Alex Walker. And I really enjoyed that book. Were there parts that did not make sense? Yes. Were there parts that did not exactly add up? Yes, but it was still a 4-star read for me. So I continued on to the second book in the series, Moonlight, Retribution. Okay. The first book was good. The second book, Pavel, oh my god. So I fell in love with Pavel. He's in the first book, but he's a small character and you don't really get anything out of him personality wise. But in the second book, we focus on him and his son as they're trying to escape and run away from the Russian Mafia. And he is like the best, craziest, I will unalive you for her type of book boyfriend that I have ever had. Not only is he very sweet and gentle, but he's also very sarcastic and dry, and his humor had made me laugh out loud like multiple times through the story. So the story follows Pavel, who used to be a part of the Russian Mafia and joined the Mafia to try and avenge his family who was killed by the Mafia. When he realizes that he has a son, he ends up leaving to try and get away from them and to raise his son outside of that life. But they want him and they want his son because his son is a part of a very important family. So he moves to this small town in Georgia, right outside of Atlanta, where he meets Zararia. I don't know how to say it. Zararia. Z-A-R-A-I-A. That is how her name was spelled. Do I know how to pronounce that? No. But I still loved her as a character. She is a school teacher at the school that his son attends, but she also worked in the FBI and retired from it because of a really hard case that she had. So they meet when he brings his kid to meet his teacher, who is not her, at the school, and they decide to have like a coffee date. At the coffee date, he legit asks her to marry him because he's trying to find a mother for his son. He does not think he is lovable at all. He's not even concerned about himself. He just wants his son to have a mother figure. And because she lost all her brain cells, she actually agrees to it. So this is like a marriage of convenience, start off married, fall in love later type of story. And it was so interesting because this is the first time I've read that trope as well. And I was a little worried about how this would go or how it would build, but I think K. Alex did like a great job with that. So they're married, they're trying to live happily ever after. Of course, the Russian Mafia is going to catch up with them, yada, yada, yada. Shit hits the fan and it gets good. What I loved about this book was the banter. The way that Pavel is able to like converse with somebody is absolutely hilarious. And he doesn't get along with Zaraya's sister Anissa, so he has like a little bit of a back and forth with her, and it's absolutely amazing. So there's a lot of subplots in this story that didn't necessarily need to happen, but the vibes, unmatched. The vibes were just great. The laugh out loud parts were wonderful. I could read this book again and again and again, and that's why I gave it 5 stars. Like I said, with the first one, there are aspects of this that absolutely did not make sense. There are parts of it that were a little murky, and you're kind of questioning what exactly is going on and how is this working the way that it's working. And then there was like, so there's a storyline where he's trying to avenge his family. He gives up that vengeance to focus on his son. However, the small town that he chose to live in is not just the small town. It has somebody there who he's wanted to kill for years. And I don't know, it's never made clear whether he chose that small town to get that vengeance or if it just so happened that this guy who used to be a part of the Russian Mafia as well chose to live in this same small town. So that was never made clear, and that was like an awkward aspect of the story. Yeah. So yeah, one of the subplots is that they're trying to take down like a corrupt police thing. So for a while, Pavel goes undercover in this police precinct to try and help take them down. And it was like 20% of the story, but I'm not sure what the purpose of it was. And also Pavel was just like fucking people up, and I was like, he should be in jail. So there's parts like that that just didn't add up. But you know what? I'm gonna let all that slide because I absolutely love him. And so he can do whatever in my eyes and not be flawed. So this being my first Mafia, well, this is my second Mafia romance. My first one, Prince of the Brotherhood, kind of introduced me to the aspects of this type of world and the expectations of what you're gonna get from these types of books. And I think it's really interesting. If you've never read a Mafia romance, but you do read a lot of romance, I would suggest giving it a try because it's a little bit different and it adds a little bit something more to the story that makes it be a little bit more complex. I would definitely say if you're a fan of like action films and kind of thrillers, this is a good way to get the best of both worlds, in my opinion. But that's the favorite book that I've read on Kindle this year. I'm currently reading a few other ones. I'm probably going to charge it before I sit back and read the book that I'm currently reading, which is Curvy Girls Can't Date Quarterbacks by Kelsie Stelting. So I'm going to put the case on it so that it's got something a little bit more sturdy, though it doesn't look like it's something that's easily breakable. I drop everything. I drop my phone on a regular basis. I got a screen protector on my phone and I cracked it within 2 days, which is good because then I didn't crack my phone screen. So I don't have high hopes that I'm not gonna also do the same thing to this. So I hope it's pretty durable. Anyway, if you have a Kindle and you also have Kindle Unlimited, please comment your favorite Kindle books because I want to definitely check them out and add them to my list of things to read, especially in the upcoming year, because I have run out of bookshelf space. That's part of the reason I wanted a Kindle. I have no more room on my bookshelves, so I need to like step back from reading paper books and hardcovers until I buy more bookshelves, because right now they're just like literally stacking on top of each other, and I'm gonna be one of those people who has them like stacked in a corner in their room because they have nowhere else to put them, and I don't want to do that because I will never look through those stacks to read those books that are in those stacks. I will always just forget that they exist. So it's gonna be Kindle all the way for most of the year until I can save up the $440 it's gonna take to buy the 3 bookshelves with the extensions from IKEA that I want. But thank you so much for watching. I look forward to hearing your recommendations, and I hope that you had a great holiday and that you get at least 4 to 5 days off before you have to return to work. But see you in the next one.